morning everyone, and welcome back to Stitched Pixels Flosstube. I'm Amanda and it is around 11 a.m. on Sunday, July 15th. I've had a few crazy weeks, so that's why it's taken me so long to get back to you guys. First off, as you guys heard, I worked an insane amount of doubles. It was my own choice, so no complaints, just a lot of work. And then my first day off after all that, we had the storm of all storms. If you guys follow me on Instagram, stitched_pixels, you would have seen pictures from that storm. A lot of people were calling it a tornado. I think I did. It's been classified as a downburst or a mini burst. Either way, that hit about 2 lots over from my house. So we were without power for 24 hours, which in the grand scheme of things wasn't too bad. No loss of life or serious injuries. I think there was one twisted ankle because of the storm, so that's really good. But a lot of property damage. Our local owned grocery store is not going to be open for a few weeks. That's where most of the damage was their building, so sad, but have to buy my cucumbers somewhere else and all my other fresh fruit and veggies. Today we have Hope. She's not very snuggly, so I'm not going to pick her up. But this is my youngest cat. We fostered her 2 summers ago with her newborns. She was a stray taken in from one of the reserves in Northern Ontario, brought to Sudbury with her kittens. 3 of the kittens didn't make it, not through anyone's fault. They were just separated from her and didn't make it. But the 4 that were with her are all happy, healthy. One of my friends adopted one of them, and then her mother adopted 2 of the other ones. So there's only one I really don't see pictures of on a regular basis. So all the kittens are happy and healthy. So Hope's about probably a little over 2 years old, because she was young when she had the kittens. She was probably only 6 or 8 months old. And tiny little thing, and now she's fat and fluffy and happy and loves being a house pet. We weren't intending on keeping her, but we ended up just through the rescue we were with, we decided to keep her, as opposed to dealing with the lady from the rescue. Not really had a bit of a falling out, but was not happy with the way she was doing things. So instead of having Hope go to a questionable home, we kept her. Another thing that's been distracting me from stitching, not as much as it could be, is on my Xbox tracking site that I take part in. It's called True Achievements. There's an annual event every July. We do a thing called a bean dive, which is very similar to Mania, where you start everything. So I have over 100 games to start, which I've been slowly collecting over the past year. Pretty much if it goes on sale and it's $4, I generally pick everything up. So I've been doing that. I think I have about 20-25 games done out of the 100 I want to get done. So that'll be an ongoing project for the month. You don't have to start or finish at any time. Like if you wanted to start one in December, you could. It's just to be included in the big website event. It starts in July and you can end it whenever you want. And then once it ends, it just kind of calculates how much your completion percentage dropped. And then you spend the next year trying to get it back up before you repeat the process all over again. I think this will be my 4th dive, and I've never, ever recovered. I usually dive 100 to 250 games, so yeah, that'll never, ever get fixed. So, on to you guys want to start with finishes or haul? Let's go finishes. So, I have 4 FFOs. I know, I got crazy productive on Friday. So I'll show you some stuff you guys have seen before. So this is Hello July, done up the same way as the other months, just with scrapbook paper, felt, more scrapbook paper. Gonna have to put that back under some glue. There we go, bloopers. Okay, let's hope this doesn't happen, because I have August done as well. I know, I just finished July and we're halfway through the month and it's not even hanging up yet. So there's August. Again, I did these on 18 count. Black Ada. and because it's 18, not 14, I don't have enough room for all 5 buttons. So I just picked the 2 cutesy buttons and then one of the plain ones. And then, you guys have seen this a few times, my chameleon diamond painting. This is just a cheap, like, $10 frame from Michaels. It wasn't exactly the right size, so you can see here I put some black scrapbooking paper along the edges to hide the white. I was gonna use some washi tape, but I couldn't find a nice black. All the black had, like, designs on it and stuff. So, there we go. Gonna get that all hung up. Super cute, super fun. It's tiny, so it's really pixelated, but I enjoyed doing it, and it was a good first diamond painting to see if I actually liked it. It was like $10. And then the big one. This is the Submersive Mermaid Stitched Along by Peacock and Fig. Each of the 4 mermaids have something a little snarky. And then again, this is scrapbook paper. I put some washi tape around the edge to hide the seams because, English here. Paper's only 12 by 12 and the frame's 12, or the canvas is 12 by 12. And then the backgrounds are silver. I didn't want too much showing. And then I just did canvas finishes for each of the individual ladies. They're pretty blingy. They're Krynic and they're beaded. I'm not sure how much the pattern is. I think I got it for $15 US, but that was as part of the stitch along, so I'm not sure if the price has gone up now that it's fully released, like the stitch along's over now. But you can check it out on the Peacock and Fig website. Again, everything I show you, if there's a link for it, I will put it up on my blog, and I'll link to my blog, as well as my Instagram, my Facebook. Do you guys want my Facebook? Let me know. My Facebook and my gaming information, so World of Warcraft and Xbox Live. I'm not playing WoW right now, but I'm going back on Tuesday for the pre-patch because the new expansion's out August 14th. So I'll be going back at least to level with my boyfriend for that. I don't know how much I'm going to play, but the potential is there. So another thing I finished up last night while watching Black Panther, my first octagon for the Eastern Jewels blanket. I know, 1 down, 15 to go, plus all the other little shapes. And I have about a year left to get it done. If I wasn't stitching so much, it wouldn't be a problem, but cross stitch is holding my attention a lot more right now than crochet is. 90% of my birthday haul has showed up. I'm just waiting on 2 diamond painting kits. So the first 2 that I got, they're just little ones, Fluttershy. And then I got another Fluttershy. They're not the best pictures, but these aren't massive. Just little things to do. They're a lot easier to pull out than my big Hade diamond painting. I have 1 more Fluttershy in the mail. And then I have another Hade diamond painting kit coming as well. And that's it. I'm not going to overstock on these things. Just, this will be enough to last me a year or 2. I just wanted something small to work on, and I wasn't sure if I was going to get the other Hade right away, but I decided to go for it. So I wanted something to do if I ran out of Hades to do while I was waiting for a new Hade to come in. Because the mail takes up to 5-6 weeks from China, which is fine. That's okay with me. I'm patient. And I got 2 big orders from 123 Stitch, which is wonderful. So I got the Antagonist and some fabric for it, Silver Moon Ada. I used most of the cut for a different start, but I plan on getting all 4 of these little guys and doing them up. They're super cute. Got a little bit of thread. These are for, these are Gentle Arts Moonlit Path. These are for the Ingleside Imaginarium Stitch Along, the gargoyle one, which I plan on starting at some point. And then I got Crushed Pineapple, Classic Colorworks. This is for a, I want to say Frosted Pumpkin. Yes, the cute little T-Rex and Stegosaurus. Alright, gonna skip those, save those for last, because those are awesome. Then I got some fabric. Okay, so 14 count fog. Picture this plus. I believe that's for the frosted pumpkin, the little dinosaur. I don't 100% remember what all these are for. I have it all written down somewhere. And then we got 18 count cherub. This might be for Pretty Little Hawaii. 18 count sterling. This is for Ingleside Imaginarium. The gargoyle style. Love the modeling in this one. That's a really pretty cut. Then I got a very, very large piece of 18 count barn wood. I won't unfold the whole thing because it's like a fat half, I think. Nice dark brown. This is going to be for Heaven and Earth Designs Dracogram. It's the pentagram with the 5 different elemental dragons, but I got the no background version, so this will show through everywhere. And since it's a lot of bright colors and it was originally stitched on black, I figured something a little darker than normal. So I'll need a lot of good lighting when I eventually go to start that. And I also got a massive piece of pre-gridded, because we all know about the little Evolutions debacle where I didn't count right. And now I have a whole extra row of stitches because I'm not frogging up or down. So pre-gridded, I don't have to worry about it because I'm not having to count anymore. Because counting to 10 is hard, especially when you're doing it 500 times. So I ordered a bunch more of this too. 123 Stitch doesn't have this in stock very reliably. So I have email notifications for whenever it does, and then I just buy whatever they have. So I have 2 more coming, and that should be enough to do all the full coverage patterns I currently own. But, you know, every time they have a sale I buy more, so. There we go. There's a few more on my wish list. There's the Hocus Pocus from Tilton Crafts, if you've seen Caitlin in Stitches. She's working on it, and oh my dear god, I loved that movie as a kid, and I want it. I want that pattern. Next up, you guys are going to be so proud of me. I'm getting out of my comfort zone. It's not a full coverage. Pretty gorgeous fabric. My boyfriend picked this one out. This is Confetti. Picture this plus. What count are we? We are 16 count because I bought my first Mirabilia. Miss Cherry Blossom. And I figured since there's not a lot of yellow on her, she would look gorgeous on a yellow fabric with a bunch of little smatterings of other colors. I don't have any of the beads or anything yet. I didn't want to buy all the beads if I bought the pattern and I'm like, ugh, I'm never gonna stitch something like that. But I love her. She is gorgeous. There's a few mermaids I like too, but I'm not really into mermaids. I like them. They're gorgeous. Like, all the patterns are phenomenal. It's just, it's not necessarily something I would want hanging up in my home. The seasonal ladies, yes. The queens, that would be something I would do, but those are hard to come by. And I have so much stuff to stitch already, so we'll just go with this. Oh, isn't she freaking gorgeous? I was looking at some color conversions, and no, not gonna color convert her. I'm just gonna do my first Mira as stated on the pretty yellow fabric. I love, oh, this is just gorgeous because I love the little splotches of all these other colors in it. Yeah, like there's a lot of pink and green. Oh, it's just gorgeous. So, not sure when any of these projects are gonna get started, but I bought all the, I got a ton of stuff fully kitted up, which is great. And then, let's go on over to new starts. I have 2. My usual, Hello September. You saw August, so obviously September got started. Worked on that for 1 lunch break. Also, this is a new tag we're doing. It's called Adele Made Me Do It. If you're in Frux Fluffy Rainbow Unicorn Kawaii Stitchers. Basically a group for all cutesy crochet stuff. A lot of Frosted Pumpkin, a lot of Clouds Factory, that kind of thing. There's a Haunted Mansion stitched along by the Tiny Modernist. And I saw Adele's and she twisted my arm very, very, very hard. And so I bought it and started it. This is the other piece of fabric from The Imposter. So it's Silver Moon Ada 18 count. It's there's the whole outline and then there's 6 rooms we fill in as we go. So I started that, and then I've been doing the 100 Days of Hay challenge. So my big focus has been my No Smoking by Randall Spangler. I am doing Extreme Cross Country color by color, starting with the least. And I do have 1 full page done before I change my mind about how I wanted to stitch. So he is getting a bit of an outline. You can tell where the dragon is, and the 2 jewels are done up top. Hard to see anything through this. So yeah, I'm really having fun with the challenge. It's gotten me to stitch on days when I otherwise would not have even touched it. Some days it was 1 stitch after working 14 hours, just come home. I did 1 stitch. I even left the thread just hanging there, which is something I very rarely do. I like to finish off whatever thread I'm working on. So that's where the majority of my time is gone. I also worked a little bit on Final Fantasy VII by Clouds Factory. This is on a Picture This Plus, I believe it's Jazz. Got a bunch of skin tones done on a bunch of them. This is my little project that I work on if we're watching a movie or something in the bedroom. I just have the pattern on my phone, so I can just work on it there. It's nothing complex or difficult. And then the last thing I've worked on, which has been very small amount because I've been mostly focusing on my 100 Days of Hay. This is Dark Force by Tilton Crafts. I believe it's retired now. I just been working this part up. I'm going color by color as well on this one, but Tilton Crafts doesn't give you a stitch count per color. So I just started with the color I already had started. This was a Mania start, so I just started in the corner and just picked a color. So I'm just going to finish that whole color. It's 2 skeins, so it's probably a fairly involved color. It's probably several thousand stitches, so I have a good amount done when I'm done that color, you know, in 4 years. Actually, as far as full coverage goes, this one's pretty small. It's only 20 pages, so it's only this wide. I got a lot of extra fabric hanging out here. But yeah, it's only 20 pages compared to, you know, my, 75 page Evolutions and my 250 page Pokemon. So yeah, that's one of the ones I'm doing color by color. I just can't go with least to most stitches. Once I'm done that color, I am going to start, and I'm going to finish all the ones that are only 1 skein, which could be anywhere from 1 stitch to 3,000 stitches, so it'll be fun to just, oh, is this a small color or a big color today? And that is everything. Just double checking my list. I also bought the pattern for Guardians of Notre Dame by Ingleside Imaginarium. Well, obviously I bought the fabric and the fancy floss for it, so I did pick up the pattern as well. I don't have a picture of it, but you can check her out on Etsy. I'll link it in my blog below. Oh, for No Smoking. That's upside down. This little guy. He was at 12 colors complete. Well, the full page plus 12 colors complete last time you saw him, and now I'm at 22 colors. So I got 10 more colors done the first 2 weeks of the challenge. So a little behind. I wanted to do 1 color a day up until like the 400s or 500s per color. But everything was stacked against me last week with the overtime and then the power outage and pure chaos after the power outage. It took me an extra half an hour to get to and from work because The hydro poles in front of my house were like severed in half. They were just hanging from the wires. It's pretty crazy. So traffic was crazy slow. So, and there's no other convenient way to get to my house because I'm right on a main road, so I have to drive down the main road. But beyond that, I am pretty much done. Nice quick short video today, which is what I was hoping for. I'm gonna do one more update at the end of the month, and then Arbitrary August starts, August 1st. I'm doing that along with Stitching Mommy and a bunch of other people. Basically what we're gonna do is assign each of our whips a random number, and then use whatever random number generating you desire, and we randomly pick what to work on each day for the month of August. I don't think I have 31 whips. I think it's in the 20s though, so I might toss a few new starts in there to fill out the 31. And some of my whips will not be included, such as hello there, September, October, whatever month I end up working on. That's my work project. I don't really want to work on it at home. And my 100 Days of Hade, my dragon, he won't be included because I'm working on him every day anyway. Probably a little bit less with random whips coming up every day. But here's hoping, or I might just assign like all the leftover numbers to Pokemon, because I barely worked on that. It's been 2 weeks. I haven't touched it in 2 weeks because the 100-day challenge and everything else. So here's hoping I can get some working on Pokemon by the next video, because I really want to get that done. Yeah, so that's everything. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out with me, watching today. Sorry I didn't have all that much to show, but it has been crazy around here. Hoping for my next video to have all the stuff stitched. And yeah, we'll see you then. So thanks for coming in. See you later. Bye.